Hello, welcome to Bucket Time here at Zion Lutheran Church in Chelsea, Michigan. Part of our children's ministry, we would have the kids put something in a bucket and have the preacher or pastor try to give a message about it. So since you all can't be here, I've gotten some suggestions from you and your moms, so please send those in for suggestions for future Bucket Time. All right, guys, let's see what we have here. What we have here is a picture book. Now this is a picture book, Septimus Bean and His Amazing Machine, that I used to read to my daughters when they were very young. We would sometimes read where they would be sitting on my lap. Sometimes they would want a bedtime story read, and this is one of the stories that they would read when they were getting ready for bed. It kind of rhymes, it has an unexpected happy ending, and it built us closer. It was one of those things, one of those stories that we enjoyed reading. And I remember back when I was 8 or 10 years old, and I would go and visit my grandparents, and after church on Sunday, they would have a little devotion, and they would ask me to read the Bible passage for the whole family. And that was very special, that my grandpa picked me to be the reader. And reading just has a way of bringing people together. If you're a young child, ask a grown-up to read to you, and it'll be a neat way to bring you together. And if you're a little bit older, see if there's an older person that you can read to. Maybe as you get on a Zoom call with a relative who lives far away, you could read them a story as a way of building that relationship with you. What does this have to do with Jesus? Well, Jesus builds relationships with us too. Jesus wants us to be joined together in a community the way that we were when we would read books. And when we read his book, I got my kids a Bible with pictures in it. And maybe you have one of those too. So you can read Bible stories. It doesn't have to be all Bible stories, because there are lots of many wonderful stories out there to read. But that act of reading brings people together, brings us closer to each other, helps us hear stories about people maybe we didn't know, people from faraway lands or people in interesting situations. And it brings us closer together. It brings us closer to God, because God wants us to be together as a people. So I would encourage you to read a book, either hear a book or read a book to some people, and build that community together. Build God's people, build them up and get closer together. All right, let's have a prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for the children watching these videos. Thank you for those who are good readers. Thanks for those who like to hear stories read to them. And thank you for those who have a little trouble reading. Give them strength. Give them the desire to keep on reading, to keep on building those bridges with their friends and their family and other people that books can give them. And help us all to read your book, to read your stories about how much you love us each and every day. All right, let's bring in our paws. One on top of the other. 1, 2, 3, okay. 1, 2, 3, go Jesus!